We are back after what, a week of no Bet Like Mike show. We're back, and look, we're getting ready for NFL football. We just had week 1 of the NFL preseason done, and we're going to be talking about it all right here on the Bet Like Mike show. My name is Jon Jansen. Follow me at jjansen34. Follow Mike North at North to North, and check us all at windailysports.com. But Mike North, how are you? How was your week-long hiatus?
Looks like I put on a little weight. The hair's in disarray a little bit. I missed you, Johnny. I mean, you've been good. Johnny J, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand. I mean, we've been doing this show for 4 months. The guy's been on 2 vacations already. You know what I mean? The guy, I know it's a grueling schedule that the guy keeps and everything else, but you know what? It's good to have you back. We're going to have some fun. We got to talk about a lot of things. Don't forget, it's the fastest 20 minutes in all of sports. The Ukrainian countries are abuzz with it right now. Things are in flux in Afghanistan with our reception. So we don't know if they're getting us completely on the computer out there. But I'll tell you what, everybody else, try to tune in, pass the word. We're on YouTube, that tube, every tube. You can get us over here on Twitter. Tell them we got contests going on. The whole ball wax, Johnny J.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, and all you have to do is you can see the tweet over at Win Daily Sports. Just let us know your best bet. That's all you have to do. Just let us know your best bet of the day, and then we'll talk about it on the show, and then we'll give you hook you up with a free 1-month Win Daily subscription. So perfect time. NFL football season coming. We got all season-long rankings out. We got DFS articles going up. We already have way too early week 1 DFS for the season. So, sign up, windailysports.com. Also a great promotion. If you sign up for 6 months, you get $100 off. So check it all out, windailysports.com.
This is when I used to get in trouble all the time, when I used to ask questions. I should just move on from this. But if these guys pick winners and we pick theirs, do they get let's say 4 people take the Giants tonight and the Giants end up winning? Okay.
Right. Okay.
What do? Do we have to pick one for them, or do we give it to all 4? Or how are we going to pick this?
I mean, I was just going to pick bets that I liked, or if somebody gave us just
and then give some people some credit.
Yeah, give people some credit for putting out some bets and giving us some bets.
Who gets the Win Daily one? Do we make a decision?
Yeah, we can make a decision. We can do that. And we can give out more than and because we're nice people, we can give out more than one because we're very, very nice people.
On contest rules.
Yeah.
Did you go over with Jason about this?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Well, then that's why there's confusion, no doubt. No doubt. Anyway, I'll tell you what, we got a lot to talk about. Give us your tweet them out. Are they going to tweet them, or are they going to send the
tweet them out? Yeah, tweet them out over again at Win Daily Sports. We have the tweet up.
Win Daily and follow Win Daily, so you have a better opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. You have a better opportunity.
I like giving Twitter people. We'll give 3-4 people every day a little shout out.
Nice. Yeah. Let's do that for sure.
At least we can do. It's the least we can do. Anyway, here's another thing that we can do. We could talk about the standings in baseball. You know what? A lot of good things have been happening. Let's talk first, Johnny, about and don't forget, folks, we will have the picks the last 5 minutes of the show. The American League East, no doubt the best race going. Tampa Bay right now up 3. Boston right behind them. The Yankees playing good ball. They just beat up on my White Sox. Toronto 9 games above 500. Baltimore's the only bad team in there. You know what? That's where the real race in baseball is right now in the American League East.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what we were kind of waiting for Boston sort of happened, where their starting rotation is just not good. Their pitching's not good. And it was going to hurt them at some point, and it started to.
So they won 3 in a row.
Yes, they just won 3 in a row. They're 5-5 in their last 10. But they went through a bit of a losing streak, and the Rays were able to gain up some ground. But yeah, the Red Sox, because of that lineup, are still going to be in there, and it's going to be an interesting race. But the Yankees and Blue Jays, I think they might be out of it for the AL East. But that wild card for the American League, that's where it gets really intriguing for teams like New York and Toronto and even Boston as well. Right. That's going to be really intriguing.
All right, we got the Central, the White Sox running away with it, even though they're 5-5 in their last 10. But so is Cleveland right behind them, but not right behind them. They're 10 back. Detroit playing good baseball the second half. They've won 6 of 10. They're 58-62. Look out for them next year. They're 11 back. Minnesota, the hard luck kids. Then you got in the West, Houston, trying to justify that we don't have to cheat, which would only ask me or make me say to them, why did you then?
Why? Yeah, why in the first place? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when you were that good. I've always wondered about that. If if you're that good at something, why? But people still do it. They want a guarantee in life, I guess. Houston right now, Oakland. I think Oakland once again will be involved in a wild card or something. Seattle's played good ball, but they're 8 back, so it's a 2-horse race. Houston and Oakland, but to be safe, I think one of these two teams wants to win the division.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's going to be Houston. That lineup is entirely too good. They lead the league in average. They're one of the best hitting teams in all of baseball. They have checking runs. They have the most runs in all of baseball, and 627 this season. Oakland's good. It's just that their lineup is lacking at times, and that's where I have a bit of the problem with them. Houston's just all around, I think way too good. And between me, I think it's between the Astros, the Rays, and the White Sox when it comes to the American League. I think those are the top 3 teams.
All right, then we got the National League. Atlanta and your Phillies right now. The Phillies playing good ball. The Mets falling on hard times as soon as DeGrom got hurt. But the Philadelphia Phillies only 1 game back. The Mets are 2.5. They're still in it, but they looked horrible last night. Take it from me, I bet them. They were just absolutely atrocious. What do you think, Atlanta or Philly, real quick?
I think it's between those two. The Mets are reeling. The Mets are done, I think, because Jacob deGrom just got pushed back another 2 weeks. I'm going to say the Braves, and I like the Phillies lineup, and they've been playing well, but these defensive errors are going to hurt them down the stretch. Yeah. They have to outscore teams by 6-7 runs with the way their defense is playing, and it's hard to see that. So I'm going with the Braves.
You know what's great? Me and you had an argument, or not an argument. We don't argue, a discussion. You love Harper, and I didn't. Since that time, Harper's been on a rampage. And you weren't big on Freddie, and you weren't big on Freddie Freeman. And guess what, folks? Right now, those 2 guys are the favorites for the National League Most Valuable Player. The 2 guys, the one I was poo-pooing and the one John was poo-pooing, all of a sudden woke up, and now they've become very central characters. Milwaukee, they're running away with it. Forget about everybody else. The Cubs are just atrocious.
Only thing I'll say about Milwaukee is they're legitimate World Series contender right now.
Oh, yeah.
They have to be like that.
And everything else. Real quick, San Francisco and the Dodgers. We've been waiting for the Dodgers, and I said, look, if the Dodgers are a flash in the pan, those usually last a month, maybe 2 months. We're going to September, folks. And right now, they've won 8 out of 10. They won 8 and 10, but so have the Dodgers. Last night, the Dodgers put on the display. How does this next month shape up, John?
I think it's San Francisco's division. I think they're going to take it here. I think they just have much more to play for in the regular season. I think they're much more motivated and willing to try and get that NL West crown. While the Dodgers, I think their biggest thing is just staying healthy and getting into the playoffs, which so far the record is saying that they probably will. So I think it's the Giants. They've been here to stay. They've been great. And I think the Giants have done enough that I do think they take this division.
All right. That's our Major League Baseball standings review, if you will, since Johnny's been on vacation and he came back. We wanted to go over that with you. Let's talk the NFL. I'll start off real quick. Okay. I'm in Chicago. So Justin Fields is the big talk.
Yeah, pretty big story over the weekend, right?
Played against, I don't care who he played against. He played against the 3rd-string defense. A guy fell down. Guy was wide open. He made the connection. He didn't rush him on the edges. He had full reign. We'll see what happens, but you do not dismiss what he did. Today already, Andy Dalton's thrown a pick 6. This has happened before where quarterbacks didn't have a chance. Sort of the plans can be changed.
Yeah.
The next 2 weeks are 2 of the biggest weeks in Justin Fields' career. I mean, he's already got pressure on him. Teams have seen tape on him. He played very, very well after a sort of rocky start, John. That's my first highlight of the weekend. Did that catch your fancy, or was there something else?
Yeah, it was all the quarterbacks. And you know what? Right. It surprised me that everybody just had collectively like all of these big opinions about preseason. Like Trevor Lawrence was just okay, but now all of a sudden, like, oh, he's a bust because of it. He doesn't look that good. Whoa. Like we have 3 years of college tape that tells us something way different. Like,
Yes.
I'm not just looking at a few snaps in preseason and going,
Agreed.
that's the
He's
guy.
not a bust.
But I think the one thing you did learn is I always think you learn this in preseason because it's such a vanilla scheme. It's a vanilla game that sometimes the physical traits will stand out more. And that's what happened with Fields. Fields is just physically that good. And it stood out. And it's going to be hard to keep him off the field because of that. I mean, it really will be.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Like you said, Trevor Lawrence, you know, I watched a little of him. He made some nice passes. I mean, so what? Trey Lance with the 80-yarder. I mean, everybody showed a little bit of something.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I've been betting preseason. I had Carolina yesterday. That was great. I mean, you know what? I'm like 3-2.
Betting preseason. Well done. I like that.
I love preseason football because you get so much information. I mean, like if somebody says we're not playing this guy, that guy, you get that information really early. He's not even getting dressed. I was happy to see one of my favorites to win an MVP was Kyler Murray. He was on Win Daily, on a show on Win Daily, speaking highly. Somebody was speaking. He wasn't on, but they were speaking highly.
Right,
about
David
him.
Meltzer speaking highly about him. Yeah.
So I sort of like what Arizona seems to be a buzz right now. I like them at 25-1. Those odds, I think you should try to buy them right now, folks, because those odds may come down the more buzz you get on places like Bear Barroom, Win Daily, ESPN, 1000, whatever, from me and Johnny the Gambler, whatever you want to talk about. So take a look at that. I see the Bears sign Jason Peters. Forget about it. I mean,
Jason Peters is done. Jason Peters
has
has been
around so long. I mean, my God,
he was brutal last season, and probably shouldn't have even played last season. He was that bad.
Anything out of Philadelphia about the Eagles? I've seen the coach on the sideline. Buffalo won a game, I guess. Minnesota, I think the story in the Central looks horrible right now. There seems to be a little bit of dissension in the locker room, but it wasn't bad for, you know, I love preseason football.
Yeah, it was
a nice fight for their lives.
You know what was really, I guess, because we haven't seen the guy, because he was Jordan Love is what I'm talking about, because he was drafted, and then all this thing happened with Aaron Rodgers. And, you know,
they're happy to have Rodgers back, man.
Right, they are. But I will say, like, Jordan Love, again, physical traits always stand out more in preseason because it's such a vanilla game. Jordan Love has the physical skills. If you know, I may have even forgotten about that just because, you know, we haven't seen him in a long time. But man, that guy physically is just gifted. And it was nice to see that.
Green Bay knows how to pick quarterbacks. I don't want to hear about anybody that wants to doubt Jordan Love. Just look at Green Bay's lineage. Now, if Jordan Love had been picked up by maybe the Eagles or the Bears or somebody that's not known for doing that, then you can question them. But if Green Bay, if you want to laugh, people look at Aaron Rodgers was passed by a ton of teams. Brett Favre wasn't even picked up by the Packers. They picked him up from Atlanta. Bart Starr was, you know, considered a nobody. They know what they're doing when it goes to quarterbacking. So let's just give Jordan Love the benefit of the doubt before he even has a chance to play.
I think that's fair. I think it's very fair.
Right? Yeah. And he does pass, you know, the eye test. I'll tell you another thing that's passing my eye test. By 5 o'clock, you could be down hundreds of dollars in this country now on any given day because there's a new phenomenon out there called the NBA Summer League, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, it's supposed to be wait a minute. It's supposed to be a slow time of year. You know, I had money on 2 golfers yesterday, matched up. I had money on Major League Baseball. I had money on the NFL with the Carolina game. And I'm flipping around now through the whole day of NBA Summer League. I'm betting guys I've never heard of just to keep the game going. You know, put some couch change on something. But the NBA Summer League is a phenomenon. I used to go out to Vegas 10, 15 years ago when they brought the college teams out there. I went to a pre-season college tournament at the Orleans. It was awesome. You're right there. I went to a high school gym and watched Cincinnati Bearcats play Mississippi State, you know, back in the day. Now they got the arena. So, John, the phenomenon of the Summer League, have you talked much of it? Because I know football's the concentration. But as a gambling man, there's games starting at 3 today, my friend.
Oh, that is intriguing. Just the
Yes,
start times, but no, I haven't.
that's
I
my
haven't been
point.
watching too much. I've seen a bit of the rookie stuff, and it's fun. It's fun watching some of the rookies out
It
there.
is.
It is like Cade Cunningham. It's been fun
And
to
having
watch.
money on them, and they are actually busting their ass trying to win.
Yeah, right. They're working on things. They're busting their
They're
butts to
playing
try
for
and
titles and stuff. They play for the summer league title.
yeah. So it's certainly intriguing. I haven't gotten much into it though because I am one who like not only watches preseason games when they're happening. I'll just turn on the NFL Network and watch the replays of them over and
Oh,
over again.
that's sick.
I'm
That's
I'm
sick.
I
Come
I
on.
know I'm a sick man.
You are a sick man, my friend. What can I tell you that? But the summer league is under full expansion today, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for what America has had hungered for over the past week. We've been gone.
They're starving.
Strive for.
Look at that. Cena John wants
Yeah,
to watch
watch
games
the
with Big
bets
Mike.
with Big Mike. Watch the games with him throughout the day to come. Oh, I'm swearing at some poor kid from the Congo yesterday. You know, he's trying to learn the game. I don't get him off there. No,
I love the self-awareness of that poor kid. Like I'm swearing at him. You know, I shouldn't be,
if you're
but I
from
am.
the Congo, I don't know if you're living in a penthouse. You know what I mean? Nigeria basketball is huge right now, by the way, folks. And they've come on. They beat our U.S. guys, even though, yes, John was right. Don't worry, Pop will bring them through.
Not many times I am right, so I'll take that compliment.
Got to take that compliment. I don't throw them around like I throw them around like manhole covers. Here we go. I'm gonna go with San Diego Padres. I think Tatis being back is the infusion. I mean, I noticed today as I was looking, they haven't even announced their pitcher yet, and yet they're minus 130 favorites against Colorado at home. Minus 130. Colorado's going with a pitcher with in the mid fours. Sensalalia or whatever his name is.
Senzatella. Antonio
Senzatella.
Senzatella. Yeah.
San Diego has no pitcher as of yet. Yet they're favored. Wait a minute. They could be pitching like me. I mean, they wouldn't be favored. So I think Tatis, I think it's time for them to get in gear. I think they've been sort of like they've had injury problems. Their pitching hasn't been up to standard. I think Colorado is the team that cures what ails them. San Diego tonight.
So I remember not too long ago, I took a game because, hey, Matt Harvey, he's kind of pitching well. Like he's doing pretty good.
Wow. He's been rolling a little bit.
Not so much in the last two starts.
No,
they've lost the last two starts, and he's pitching tonight against one of the best lineups in base. Yes, and Colin McHugh's been good. I don't know exactly how they've been using him. I'll have to look that up a little bit more. I know he's 4-1 with a 1.41 ERA, but he's used as sort of that opener role. So I don't expect him to go out there long, but a bullpen game for the Rays is very good because they have one of the best bullpens in baseball. I'm taking the Rays on the run line tonight. I think they just absolutely crushed the Orioles and Matt Harvey. Orioles are reeling. They always have been reeling. I think just Tampa Bay absolutely gets after Harvey.
The Orioles have always been reeling. That's our new slogan.
That's for like 2 decades they've been doing that.
We've always been reeling. Okay. Now, Cleveland for me. Plus 116. You play the run line if you want. I'm going to throw some couch change on them against Minnesota. Minnesota's favored. Why in the hell they're favored? I have no idea. Quantrell is going tonight against Jax, and he had a good start last time out. But Minnesota is favored. This is a 1-unit play. My San Diego play would be 2 units, John.
I'm not gonna lie, that may be it for me because this is a very short board. There's not a lot to really take here. Big odds. The only one I'll give a lean because I just don't like the board today, so I'm going to be really out front about that. But if I'm going to lean somewhere else, I would take Oakland over Chicago. Oakland's been playing well, and I know Chicago has been too. But I like the Montas matchup against Dallas Keuchel. I think Oakland ends up winning this one. They're 8-2 in their last 10, and I think they're in a good spot here.
All right, buddy. By the way, the Field of Dreams game tomorrow we'll go over.
That was incredible. That was a ton of fun. I absolutely love that.
We'll devote a segment because I talked about it last week on other shows and on AM 1000 on Bears Barroom. But you and I will talk about that
Yeah, we will.
tomorrow.
And we do have a winner here. We did get a couple of picks from our guy Dennis. He's even in the chat room right now. He's one of the best that always helps us out. He's giving us picks even right now. Tampa Bay is good. Oakland, but we do have Cincinnati Reds on the run line, and we have Oakland Athletics money line for the first 5 innings, which I do, which I'm obviously.
We should probably throw him a bone.
We should. Hey, look, he's on. He's probably a little bit sharper on that Oakland play than I am, taking the first 5 innings. So that's a tip of the cap. That's well done.
All right, a tip of cap to you. I'm glad you're back, John. Glad you had a good vacation. Everybody will be back tomorrow. The fastest 20 minutes in sports. We roll like nobody's business. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. See you, Johnny.